Hi there, this is Wendy Harrington with 4 essential keys for your success. Before I dive into it though, I just want to give you a warning. I am going to show a graphically medical picture in a minute of my damaged feet. So I'm just giving you fair warning in case you're squeamish. I will tell you when I'm going to put it up so you can close your eyes and look away if you don't want your stomach to be turned if you're a squeamish person. Now, in 2001, I suffered with the flesh-eating disease, necrotizing fasciitis. And as a part of that, my feet were severely damaged through septicemia. I lost toe tips. Now close your eyes now if you're squeamish. I lost toe tips. There were big blisters under my instep and just very, very damaged feet. You can look back now. And at the time, I didn't know, would I walk again? What would my life be like? And certainly, if I could walk again, that certainly seemed like that was not going to be a very comfortable thing to do. Now, I was reflecting on this today because I've just been to see my podiatrist, who I've seen for many years now. Podiatrist is someone who does your feet. And she had a trainee with her, and we were reflecting on when did I first come and what was my story. And, obviously I had very interesting feet for this trainee. Now, what we realised was that it was 15 years that I had suffered in pain with wounds on my feet that were not healed. So I had, initially I had operations and things while I was under the hospital care. And, I had, my big toes were very buniony and they'd pinned my big toes. I'd lost toe tips. They'd helped me with that. Some of it, I remember them saying to me, don't worry, because they'll just drop off in your socks. Like, what? Don't worry about that then. And some of them did drop off in my socks, and some of them, they surgically removed, right? So all of that had gone on, and then I got discharged, and there were 2 wounds, like ulcers, on either outside edge of the heels of my feet, kind of like the size of my thumb here, right? And I didn't realise there was extra help that I could have. I thought they would just heal by themselves. They didn't for 15 years. And for a while, I kind of thought that was it, until one day I thought, you know what? No, this can't be it. My feet were so painful. It was painful to walk. And I thought there must be another way. And then I found a podiatrist, because I obviously kind of knew that you could see a podiatrist. I knew people did your feet, but at the time I didn't want to spend the money on it before that. I didn't want to invest in myself. But it reached a point of am I going to go on in this pain, or am I going to do something about it? Anyway, sort out this podiatrist, and we saw today that I started seeing her in 2016. It took another 5 years for those wounds to heal. So 20 years I had those 2 open wounds, right? And we tried lots of different things. And it kept, well, we'll try this thing, we'll try this thing, we'll try this thing. And we kept going. I saw her every 3 weeks then. And I was just dedicated to my feet being more comfortable, and I had this idea that my feet could be comfortable. And through that 5 years and her recommendations and suggestions, things started to change. Now, one of the things was she'd said to me about having the right shoes. Now, I'm very flat-footed, so I've been walking very flat-footed because I don't have a lot of my insteps gone right, so I don't have any tippy toes, so I've sort of, walk along like that. So I've been walking like that for maybe 17 years, right? Because one of the sort of earliest things she suggested was proper shoes and finding something that had a rocker sole. So I found these shoes that had a rocker sole, and I remember the day I got them, because I remember walking around oh, this is what it's like to walk. I'd forgotten what it was like to walk. I suddenly felt taller, and because of course, all our physiology, all the ways our muscles are moving, and that's impacting everything. So that was like a flipping miracle, and I loved it. And, there was a point too where, they had got a lot better, these wounds on my heel, but they weren't fully healed. And she said, like thinking about, it might help you to have a circulation board. So when I looked at the circulation board, that was an investment of like 300 quid. And I was like, I just think I need to go for it. So I invested in it. And that actually was the final thing that got enough circulation to my feet, because the circulation isn't so great, right? Got enough circulation down there to finally heal those wounds. Now, what made me really think about this today was, I have no pain in my feet these days. I have general pain if I walk too much, which is like all people do. And, as long as I roll a tennis ball around under them, they're great. They are comfortable. So after all those years of pain, they are comfortable. And of course, if I hadn't waited for those 15 years, that could have happened a lot quicker, couldn't it, right? And so I just was so inspired today. I just wanted to share with you, how amazing you are and how amazing we are to create change in our worlds. And, that there's 4 things that I can see that you need for success. So one of them is, you need the right tools. Like I was saying, my shoes, you need the right tools for whatever it is that you want to do. Number 2 is you need the right strategy. Me trying to do something with my heels, because I used to sort of try and do bits with them, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I needed the right strategy. That, of course, my podiatrist had the right strategy to get those wounds healed. So you need the right strategy. You need the right support and help from someone who knows what they're doing to help you know what you're doing. And then the 4th thing, which is all down to you, is you need the right mindset. You have to believe that what you want is possible, because I didn't believe it. And it's only when my mind moved that then suddenly, of course, life started to catch up. And, I didn't think I could, do yoga or do a plank, because I lost a lot of muscle on my tummy. I can now. I can run. I never thought I'd run again. Don't love running that much, but quite enjoy that I can do it, right? So we need those 4 things. So we need the right tools, we need the right strategy, we need the right help and support, and we need the right mindset. And your thoughts, what you believe, creates your experience. Let me share this little model with you a minute. So the C is your circumstances, the T is your thoughts, F is your feelings, A is your actions, and R is your results. So can you see? And the interesting thing is, all circumstances are neutral. You might not agree with me, but give that some thought. Consider, what if all circumstances were neutral? Because we don't all respond to the circumstances in the same way, right? So the idea here is all circumstances are neutral, situations, conditions are neutral. Is what we think about them that actually creates how we feel about them, which creates the actions we take, and that gives us our results. So can you see, my situation, circumstances on my feet, my thought is they'll never get better. I used to feel pretty sad about them, to be honest. The actions were, I was difficult walking around. I didn't really take good care of them. I didn't do anything to try and help. And the results were unhealed feet. Now, the minute my thought moved to, what if they could be healed? Like, wouldn't it be amazing if they can heal? They can heal. I started to believe they can heal. And I remember sending them love. That's what I used to do. I used to send them love. I used to think, this can heal. This can heal. Then my feelings became more optimistic. My actions were, I started to get help and support, seek out what else do I need, get the right things, invest in myself. And then the results, comfortable feet. So you can put this model into your life and look at, where is it, that your mind and your thought needs to change in order to bring you towards the results that you want instead of the results that you don't want. And this left me thinking about business, because the same thing applies in creating our businesses. Nothing happens overnight. It takes time. It takes dedication. It takes perseverance. So don't give up. Keep going. If you're anything like me, I'm sometimes like, I'm just going to give up. I had that for a long time, raising its head. And that is all the protective mechanisms, actually, of our mindset, of the belief systems that we're having, the blind spots we can't see, right, that stop us from going after what we want. So you absolutely are your most valuable asset. It really is you investing in you, which will create change in your life. And so allow yourself, say yes to yourself right now. Say yes to your dreams, hopes and goals, and say yes to getting the support that you need. So those 4 things that we talked about: the right support, the right strategy, the right tools, and of course the right mindset. And we all need help with the blind spots that we can't see, because there's so much of our mindset that we are just completely unaware of. If my story today has inspired you, I would love to know the answer to this question. What is your most important asset? And I'm going to tell you the answer. Of course, it's you, isn't it? So if you've enjoyed this and it's inspired you, pop in the comments, it's me. And if you've got this far, thank you so much. So much love from me to you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.